Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So there are some new briefings that have been added to the game thanks to the new House of Legend map, and there's also some new collections. I feel a bit lazy, so I'm going to use a radar and answer because why not? So thanks to our radar and answer, we should be able to see the briefings and the collections. For the collections, I don't care so much. You can buy them for fairly cheap on the broker, but let's take a look for the briefings. So let us go over there. So we can see there's right one there in the corner over there. Sadly, if it is like on the test server, it's going to give us 5 source
over
marks.
the worlds from this orrery aboard his former satellite. What he saw encouraged him to act.
So if truly that is what we get, it's not really going to be worth it. But I know some of you guys are wondering where are the briefings and the collections. So I thought this video would be needed for those of you who want to know that. Although obviously right now everyone is looking for those collections, so we are going to compete with pretty much everyone today. So you can see there's one right here next to that teleporter to the training room.
The monitor keeps detailed databases on everything within the multiverse. Those files are conditionally available by his prerogative only.
Let's go around the room before we move on to the next place. Oh, there's a collection there. Oh, and we already got this one. I only have 2 collections, and somehow I managed to get the same one twice. So here we can see where the briefing is. Oh, way up here.
The bleed is the space between the worlds of the multiverse. From the bleed, all material...
So I guess if you ever want to farm for collections, you could decide to try to go to one of the less populated phase, assuming there is such a thing. But usually the game does a good job pretty much splitting everyone more or less evenly, although phase 15 would be a good place to go. Let's go there. So technically here we should have less competition for the collections and the briefings. Well, the briefings doesn't matter, but for the collections. So we can see there's one right here. Oh yeah, I've seen this one 1,000 times. Right next to our friend Brother Blood.
The monitor and I are lucky to have the assistance of Earth 512.
So we only need one more briefing. I won't keep you around for all the collections. I'll farm the collections by myself. But I thought you should at least see where the briefings are if you don't want to spend a radar and answer. Oh, it's in the room, I think. Oh yeah.
Even the most untrustworthy foes can work together to save the world, and even the most stringent heroes can make exceptions for the greater good. This is what we are counting on.
So we've completed a briefing, so I'll use the power of editing. Normally it takes a while before we get our reward by mail. So we seem to have got our little reward by mail, so... And we get 5 source marks. So let's accept. So sadly, as you saw, the briefings gave us 5 source marks, and it's the same for the collections. So once you gather all 12 collections, you get 5 source marks by mail. There's also some briefings that have been added to the safe house and police stations. Again, those briefings will give you 5 source marks. So I guess you could decide to get those if you really need source marks.